My parents always had interesting people over, playing music, telling stories, and of course, singing German drinking songs. We were surrounded by art and had lively discussions about their paintings. They encouraged creativity. I wanted to build a treehouse. They said, go ahead. As a kid, I loved building stuff and taking stuff apart. Engineering and functionality took a backseat to funky and cool. My treehouse, for instance, wasn't very stable, but it was the talk of the neighborhood. I assured my sisters that it was safe, but I think I was the only one that braved the second floor. Customizing bikes was the ultimate. This is 1970. Can you tell by my pants? I wasn't really patriotic, I just wanted to be groovy. I put this bike together from the parts of several broken bikes, and I really loved it. There were a few rough years, and we didn't have a lot of money, but it didn't bother me. I kept building stuff and having fun. My friend Billy's dad was a shipbuilder in Sturgeon Bay, so we thought we could build a hydroplane. It was our summer project, and we worked on it every day. That was 1975. It was time for the maiden voyage. Eagle Harbor, Ephraim, Wisconsin. That's me driving and my friend Billy nervously watching. The first ride was the last ride. The bow did a nosedive into a 1-foot wave and rolled clean off. The boat sank in seconds, but luckily the water was only a few feet deep, so the rescue and recovery was easy. I got my first camera and loved it. It was an Instamatic. It was perfect for photographing staged bike whip-outs and epic jumps. My friends and I even got out of English class to film Super 8 movies. We made movies with titles like Magical Mysteries 1 and 2. And my favorite, Honda Jude. In high school, the magic of the darkroom and shooting black and white got me totally hooked. I photographed our hijinks. Our basketball coach said we couldn't drink beer, so we worshiped Mountain Dew. We had Mountain Dew parties, filled bathtubs with Mountain Dew cans, dove through Dew pyramids, and made Mountain Dew trees. After college, I moved to Chicago. This is a self-timer shot I used for a Christmas card in 1987. Running down the middle of Michigan Avenue, barefoot, carrying a tripod and a surfboard was invigorating. In 1990, I got married and moved to Portland. I always carried a point-and-shoot camera in my pocket loaded with black and white film. I wanted to create a visual diary of my friends and what we did. When I pulled it out, I encouraged them to cut loose and have fun. This is Monique right here, my wife. I didn't know it yet, but those early spontaneous snapshots were shaping my approach and style. Fast forward 20 years. I'm still inspired by humor and fun. Commercially, I give my talent lots of freedom to improvise. My creative approach is more about energy, fun, and humor, and less about formal composition. I like planning for spontaneity and letting unexpected things happen. When I get into the rhythm, I like to shoot a lot. These 408 rolls of film were from an awesome job I shot for 10 Can Rum in Trinidad. Commercial photography is a roller coaster of a business. To keep myself creatively inspired, I still build stuff. Having 2 boys gave me lots of excuses to build fun things. They needed a land speed trailer, so I learned to weld and built this death machine. The kids loved it. I blasted our boys around and their friends around a piece of property we had called the Nut Farm. As a photographer, having kids means you have subjects at your disposal. This is my youngest son, Finn. He loves helping with this shoot. I mounted the photo to matchbooks and used it as a promo piece. Shooting self-promotions is a great way to stay fresh. I'm a big fan of street art. I was inspired to start a personal project and I printed a bunch of Lars stickers. I've been posting photos on Instagram almost daily for a couple years. Yes, I'm a 51-year-old slap tagger. My older son, Carson, posted this and shot it in London last month. Last year, we built an app called Taku. I was adding audio to photos, but couldn't find an app that would do that and share to Instagram. So we decided to make our own. It was a great learning experience. So far, we have over 6,000 users. Take a photo, add audio, share. It's free at the App Store. I've come to realize that building things is a big part of my creative personality. I love the challenge, the problem solving, and working with my hands. Plus, I really like the tools. Sometimes I get carried away. I started out making a storage shed and didn't want it to look like something from Home Depot. So I researched European garden sheds, and before I knew it, my wife, Monique, had a painting studio. The cedar strips not only look good, they smell great. I accept that I'm not wired like other artists who have a singular vision. I'm inspired by exploring different disciplines. I even learned how to sew, but I will not knit. My current creative outlet / diversion is a motorcycle. I weld, grind, bend tubing, and use Photoshop to mock up different plans. Ever since I was Honda dude in 1974, I've always wanted to build a motorcycle. My parents continue to be a big inspiration to me. They're in their late 80s and still paint and run their gallery. I want to leave you with 2 pieces of advice they gave me. My dad told me there are lots of photographers, but there's always room for another good one. My mother told me, do something you love, work hard, and success will come. Thank you.